Hey y'all, what it do? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you, man. And let me get some gray hairs coming in here. Okay, well, embrace the gray, embrace the gray. Anyway, hope y'all doing all right on this Monday. Preseason game. We had a preseason game. We got football. Had a preseason game on Saturday. I didn't get a chance to do my thoughts on the game. Real quick, I'll just go through a couple of things. Deuce Vaughn might be RB2. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think for Deuce Vaughn, I mean, the way he ran in that game, he ran hard. And, he got a touchdown in the game. He was elusive. And I think because he's little, he could just hide in between them cracks and weave in and out of there. I mean, definitely, he would never be a bell cow back because he's not going to get those tough yardages because he's small. They're gonna knock him back. But, keep him out, as a running back, run him on screens. I mean, there's so many ways that we could utilize Deuce Vaughn to gain valuable yardage and easy yardage. Especially with this West Coast, Texas Coast offense that we're in. Everything's predicated towards dump offs and getting the ball out quick and things of that nature, which helps because our backup offensive linemen haven't been great, and they weren't great in the game. And Josh Ball, I don't know. Lord, we got to figure something out because the Doga's hurt and might have to go out and get somebody. Never know. But I love what I saw with Deuce Vaughn. Rico Dowdle was out there being shifty until he fumbled the ball. Now, if you go look at it, they were really doing a good job. The Jacksonville Jaguars was really doing a good job of peanut punching that ball out of the players' hands. They did the same thing with Cavante Turpin when he tried to run back the kickoff and he fumbled. Same thing. They knocked the ball out of his hand. They did the same thing to Rico. But these guys have to understand and they have to realize that, when you know the contact is coming to you, you got to switch hands. You got to cover up that ball. You got to hold that ball tighter because you know that they're going to come and try to knock that ball out your hand. You should know that. These are things that the defensive players are going to do. If they can't get a tackle on you, if they can't get you all the way down, they're going to try to punch that ball out. That's what they're going to do. And that's what happened. So they just got to do a better job of doing that and not fumbling the ball. Can't be fumbling. That's not going to help you get on this team. John Stevens, the tight end. 6'6". This guy's got he's got something. Will Greer was getting him in the seams. And along with Ferguson, I think Ferguson's probably going to be tight end 1, but I don't know what's going to happen with Schoonmaker. He even though he's playing and he's active, he still has that injury. That injury just has to heal. We know that Schoonmaker is probably the best blocker on this team because we're going to need it now that we don't have Zeke anymore. We don't have that guy that's, when we go to max protection, you need somebody to, for that pass block. And Rico Gathers missed badly on pass protection. I mean, he just let the guy just come right through there and get the hit on Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush was running all over the place. So was Will Greer. So these running backs gotta do, it ain't just about running. They have to pass protect as well. That's one thing I said that God, we got rid of Zeke, and I'll talk about Zeke in a second. But too bad we can't even get Zeke back now because he's not with the Patriots. But we'll talk about that in a second. But let's finish with this. I will say that overall, I like what I see with these young guys. Mozzie was out there. I know some people didn't think that Mozzie did well, but you got to understand what his role is. The only thing I can say that he needs to work on really is his get off. And he's been saying that since he got here. He's got to work on his get off. And he's with the best defense to do that. Because Durden, the defensive line coach, Sharif Floyd, they got out there. He'll help him, get off, and of course, our whole defensive staff as a whole, with Dan Quinn and Joe Witt and all them. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys can get them right. So I'm not too worried about it. But I love what I'm seeing so far. He did get some tackles in that backfield. Now, you get both him and Jonathan Hankins out there. But I was saying this preseason game, him and Bohanna did good in there on that inside. It wasn't too many. It wasn't no long runs. It wasn't no craziness going on where we were getting gashed and stuff like that. That's what you want to see. Want to see us stop that run, or at least minimize the effect of them getting long yardage on third and short. Now, overall, as the first preseason game, I do want to see more in this next one. As far as Dak Prescott goes, I think that he needs to play at some point, because we're technically in a new system, right? We're in a new system. 40% of the offense is different. Dak has to get a rapport with these guys, and I think he just needs to go out there, at least just get Dak 2 series in one of these games, whether it's the next one or when we play Las Vegas, whatever. Either or, I don't care. I need to see Dak out there in a little bit of preseason action, just to get the butterflies out, just to get warmed up, live bullets. You know what I'm saying? Guys coming at you. But of course, I want to see him with the first team offense. Now that Zach Martin is back, because they finally got a deal done with Zach Martin. I mean, he already had a deal. All they did was just gave him a raise, right? So he was due to have $13.5 million this year and 14 for next year. To me, just give me that and I'm good. I'm not gonna complain. But for somebody like him, he's all pro. He's the best, whatever. He wanted his raise. So now he's going to get $8 million on top of the 13.5 for this year. $8 million on top of the 14 for next year. All of that is guaranteed money. That's what Zach Martin is getting. He basically got 2 years, $8 million for each year raise on top of the 13.5 for this year and the 14 for next year. $8 million added to each of those years, this year and next year. So, great to have Zach Martin back. Let's get out here and let's play. Shit. But I still think we need to get another veteran. If there's another veteran out there, I know when teams start cutting down, they're going to be cutting some players and things of that nature. So you might find somebody off of another team when they start cutting. Last thing I want to say. Zeke Elliott. Sad to say that he is now a New England Patriot. He signs a 1 year, I guess, veteran minimum. What is it? I think it's $6 million. $6 million. Pretty much around the veteran minimum. So he has a 1 year contract with the Patriots. The article read that he wanted to play with Bill Belichick, but I think, whatever. But Tom Brady ain't over there no more, so I don't know I don't know. He's probably just upset at the Cowboys because they let him go, and he felt like, they didn't even offer him a lower contract, because that's the part I don't understand. I feel like if Jerry would have offered him that type of money to come back, or even they could have negotiated that when he was still with the Cowboys. They could have been like, hey, are you willing to take this pay cut? We hate to ask you this, but are you willing to do this? And I'm pretty sure he would have done that to stay with the team that he loves. He's got a whole house in the same neighborhood as Dak Prescott at Prosper. So he's not going to sell his house, not off of a 1 year deal up in New England. He probably just going to go he'll probably go rent out a little apartment, up there for the year and come back to his house, because we know that he's going to stay in Texas for the remainder, probably his life. You know what I mean? A lot of these former players for the Cowboys still live in Texas, like Marcus Spears and all them. They all still live in Texas. Why not? Because, hell, I thought about moving to Texas. If I didn't have my son, and if I wasn't co-parenting here in the DMV, I would definitely be moving to Texas myself. I'll tell you that right now. I would be somewhere in North Texas right now. But, but I will be visiting now that, we're over the COVID thing. I'm going to start coming back to games and going back to Texas every year like I was doing before. But, yep, Zeke signs a 1-year deal with the Patriots. 1 year, around $6 million or whatever. I'm really saddened by it because I really love Zeke. I know some of you guys probably don't. Y'all probably like, whatever, he's gone. It is what it is. As I keep telling people, Zeke is not that home run hitter anymore. That's not what he needs to be anymore. He's a bruising back. He can make yards out of nothing. And he's a red zone guy. He can get you those touchdowns. We don't have a big back like him anymore. Rico is the biggest back we got. Rojo suspended. We might cut him. So, I mean, who else you going to have? Malik Davis messing up. I don't know if he even going to make the team. So as of right now, if I had to make the cut downs, it would be Tony Pollard, Deuce Vaughn, and Rico Gathers. I mean, I said Rico Gathers. Rico Dowdle, not Rico Gathers. Where is Rico Gathers anyway? But Rico Dowdle, I'm sorry. Tony Pollard, Deuce Vaughn, and Rico Dowdle. Rico is the biggest of the three. And neither one of them, and none of the three of them are as big as Zeke. So, I don't know. I was hoping that we could have got Zeke back, man, just for that short yardage and for those dirty runs and for pass protection. Because right now I'm really worried about pass protection considering the offensive line. And I don't know, maybe when these tight ends get up and rolling, maybe they could provide that. Maybe they could put, if they don't cut Hunter Lipke, maybe make him that guy, like that fullback, make him an actual fullback on this team and let him help with the blocking in the run game. That would definitely help. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this last game and Ezekiel Elliott signing with the Patriots. I'm a little hurt, but it's all good. But I'm still excited to see what this Cowboys team is going to do this year. It's definitely going to be different. Oh, yeah. Last thing I want to say about this offense. With Kellen Moore, we did a lot of, spectacular, plays. You're not going to see a lot of that stuff anymore. I think we're going to more stuff that makes sense. We're methodically going to move up and down the field and score. I don't care. As long as you're scoring, I don't care how you get there. Just score. Kellen Moore always wanted to be, exciting and we're going to do this and we're going to do this play. And, oh, my God, that play was crazy. You're not going to see a lot of that anymore. It's just going to be simple stuff. And we're finally going to do screens. And we're finally going to utilize – we had a lot of Ferraris in the driveway, when Kellen Moore was the coordinator. It was a lot of things we didn't utilize. And I think that with Mike McCarthy and Schottenheimer, I think both of them together are going to utilize every tool in the tool chest. And that's what you're supposed to do when you have a team. That's what Kansas City does. And that's why they win a lot, because they utilize everything in their chest. And we need to do that. We got cars in the driveway. Put the damn key in and drive the mother. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about it. It's your boy E2 Blue. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Peace out, y'all.